The A7 III does everything that I possibly need right now. And the A6600 and the A6400 would do everything I possibly need right now. And that's what you have to ask yourself. Is it everything you need right now? Is it everything that your heart has ever desired? What's up, guys? And if you're new here, my name is Paul and I run a channel that inspires other creators that your future is whatever you make it, and I do that through gear reviews and tutorials. And today we're going over, should you upgrade from your APS-C Sony camera to the full frame monster, the A7 III, or what do you have it? So I gotta start this off by saying that if you're new here, think about subscribing and hitting the like button because that's very much appreciated, and hit that bell notification so you know when new videos post. I post videos all the time about Sony gear, other film related gear, and Final Cut Pro tutorials, so don't miss out. But I heard this question on Facebook recently and I was like, okay, how should I respond to this guy? And I responded to him. We were chatting back and forth, and I thought maybe this is a good topic for a video. Wanted to know if he should upgrade to an A7 III from an A6400. Yes, maybe, or no. It really depends on you, the person. If you have not seen Sydney DeYoungson's new, like, Quick Tip Tuesday, or I don't know, one of those videos, he goes over by saying that, you know, gear doesn't matter, and it's so true. Gear really doesn't matter. It matters what you can do with the gear. So if you're thinking that you're going to need to upgrade because, you know, it's going to make your films better, and you think it's going to make your quality better, it's going to help you, I think you need to practice your craft a little bit more. But if you want to upgrade because you're like me and you're just a gearhead, you're like, I just want to have the next greatest thing, that's a different excuse. I mean, to each their own. Spend your money however you wish, but don't think because you're going to upgrade, it's going to all of a sudden magically make your filmmaking better, unless the gear is limiting you as a creator. If there's something that you really want to do, but you just can't do it with your current setup. And all that to say, if you're going from a 6400 to an A7 III, honestly, both those are beasts, and I don't think that either one of them can do anything that the other one can't, so to speak. I might get a little bit of flack in the comments for those full frame snobs, but hear me out. I think if you're in photography, absolutely. The full frame just has, I don't know, a touch to it. It lets more light into the sensor. You get better bokeh. There's a lot more lenses to choose from on the full frame end, so with lower apertures, so you can get some nice pictures with that. If you're really into photography, obviously they have those really nice zooms for animal photography. So if that is your thing, absolutely consider full frame, no problem. Just as long as you have the funds to fund it, go for it. Do it. It's awesome. I love my A7 III. I would have no regrets of buying it. But if you're in video only, if you're just in video and you're thinking that the A7 III is just going to take your video to the next level, probably not. I use this for a video all the time. This is A6600 and it's awesome. This thing is actually more capable in some areas than the A7 III. Same with the A6400. For instance, the autofocus is better on these cameras than the A7 III. Not that the A7 III is bad, but the 6600 has got IAF in video. The tracking features on both the A6400 and the 66, it just dominates the autofocus on the A7 III. Not that the A7 III is bad. I use it all the time. The face detect autofocus is just amazing. It never loses focus, I feel like, or rarely. I would trust this thing like I am now in front of me, and I have no idea what it's doing. To say that you need to upgrade to the A7 III, I mean, you gotta remember some of these features are actually better on these cameras. I think the place where it really shines the most is the low light, like I said, and the lens selection. If you really want a certain lens, you really want a certain look, and you're not able to get it on your APS-C, then yes, go for full frame, I guess. But these things are so powerful, and there's also a lot of cool lenses, like those anamorphic lenses. You can only get on the APS-C. I mean, you can still use them on the A7 III within APS-C crop mode, but you can use those things on these. These things are not limiting. if you think you're limited by these and you think that full frame is going to magically take you to the next level, I think you're wrong. You're just not. You just need to practice more with this. More practice is better than upgrading to a full frame camera. Now you're like, Paul, you got a full frame camera. What? Yeah, I started with a full frame camera. When I moved from my Panasonic G85, I wanted better autofocus. I was a solo creator. I'm in front of the camera a lot, not behind it, and I wanted that nice, amazing Sony autofocus. At the time, it was the A7iii full-frame camera, or for the APS-C line, it was a 65 and the 63, and those were prone for kind of overheating and all that stuff, and they had similar cord limits, which I guess this one still does too, but they were overheating, and I didn't really want to worry about that. I didn't want to mess with the overheating, so I decided that I was just going to jump straight to the flagship of the A7iii, and it's been awesome because I like photography and I like videography, and it does both really well. But I would tell you that if this was out, if this A6600, and I can get it on sale like I did with this one, was out, or the 6400, I would have probably got those instead of the A7iii when it's out. Just because the A7iii is a beast, it's got low light capabilities that's great in darkness. But at the end of the day, it's not that much better, and this is a great camera to start off on. Affordable, the lenses aren't crazy, like that Sigma 16 1.4 is like $400 brand new, it's awesome. Now, if you were going to get the 6600, say you wanted to, okay, should I upgrade to the A6600 from the A6400? I'm going to say no, because you can get a great deal on this A7iii used. The price difference between buying this new and the A7iii right now is not that much. And I'd rather have the full frame if you can afford to jump into the system with lenses and such. But like, the only positive for this camera over the 6400 is two things in my eyes. The battery, because you get more beef out of it, for sure, than A6400 small dinky little batteries, and the autofocus, the eye tracking autofocus. That's it. Yeah, I know the autofocus is still really amazing on the 6400. But that's literally the only difference, and in my opinion, if you have the 6400 already, it's not worth it investing in upgrading to the 6600 unless you just really can't stand the battery life and you just need to upgrade. But if you can live with the battery life of the 6400, you're not going to get that much of a difference and not much of an upgrade going from the 6400 to the 6600. You might as well just jump right to the A7iii in that case if you just have to upgrade to something. That's my 2 cents. But like I said, gear does not matter. If you need to upgrade, you need to ask yourself, are you just trying to scratch one of those your gear head itch? If that's okay, if that's the case, okay, whatever. If you think it's gonna make all of a sudden your footage just so much better, so much crisper, so much creamier, whatever, no, it's really not. I think you just need to focus on your task, you focus on your skills, and get the job done. But I mean, I love this camera. It's a great camera. I think if this was, honestly, if this was out, like I said, this is out, I probably would have this one instead of the A7iii. But I love my A7iii, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Sony does in response to these R5 and R6s. You know, I'd like to see some awesome full-frame action from Sony with some killer specs. Am I gonna get it? Probably not. But you never know. I'm a gearhead. It excites me. But, well, that's my little rant for today. I hope you guys are having a great week. And do all the fun YouTube things. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I post some new videos. And you know that I will see you in the future.